How's it going, everybody? Fix It French back with another video, how to do an oil change. This is the most highly requested video I've gotten, especially by my mailman crew. So all my mailman subscribers, this one's for you. Let's go over some tools we're going to be using. I'm going to use ramps. You could use your own jack, but I like the ramps a little bit better. It gives you more room. A breaker bar or a ratchet, I'm going to use both. A 15mm socket for me. Gloves to keep the oil off your hand. An oil filter. Some oil, mine's 10W30. I'll show you how you can figure out what your oil is. A funnel and an oil pan. Also these pliers to get your oil filter off. These are pretty cheap at the hardware store. There's also many other tools you can use. I just like these the best. So the easiest way to find out what kind of oil you need is just check the cap under the hood. It'll look just like this. So now we know what kind of oil we need, so let's go pick it up at the store. I'm at Walmart. It's only $17 here. At the auto parts store, it is $32, so I always pick up my oil and my oil filter at Walmart. It's a lot cheaper. Now we need to find out what kind of oil filter we need. So what you do is you just go into the aisle and you'll find this little book, and you'll want to look up your car. Mine's a Buick. We found Buick. It's a 2004 and it's a lesabre. So we're going to look, and it's a 3387A. When looking for your oil filter, just know that they're numbered in order. Mine's a 33, next one's 35, and then 359, and then 36, and it's in order just to help you find it easier. So let's go ahead and get the car up on the ramps. Now we're going to block off the back tires. So now we just need to know where we're going. We're going to find the oil pan, which is right here, and underneath there is the oil drain plug, and then back behind it we'll see the oil filter. So now that we know where those are, let's start draining the oil. I'm going to loosen this thing up with my breaker bar, and then I'm going to just use my hand and loosen it all the way off until the oil starts pouring out. Just note that when you're changing your oil, make sure if your car has been running for a while that you let it sit for just a little bit. That oil can get very hot, especially if the car's been running for very long. And if it touches you when it's hot, it can burn you very badly. Alright, so once all the oil is drained, make sure you get your ratchet. And we're just going to tighten this thing back on here and make sure it's snug. We're not going to use our breaker bar. We're just going to tighten this until it's pretty snug. Alright, so now we're going to get our oil filter pliers, and we're going to start loosening up this oil filter. We're just going to loosen it just enough so that we can get our hand on it and loosen it up the rest of the way. There's still going to be some oil in this, so make sure your drain pan is underneath and ready. Now that we got the old filter off, let's get the new one. And we're going to take some oil and we're going to just pour a little bit of oil into this new filter. You actually want to pour this pretty slowly because it takes a second for the oil to actually make its way through the filter. If you pour too fast, it can overflow very easily, and this is just a way to stop you from making a mess. Once the oil filter is filled, we're going to take some more oil, just put it on our finger. We're going to rub it right over the seal right here. This is just a trick to make it easier to get off next time, and it also can make the seal a little bit better. Now let's put the oil filter back on. We're going to put it on the same way, just hand tighten it, and we're actually not going to use the pliers. We're just going to use our hand and tighten it down as much as we can. Alright, so we got all the old oil drained. We got a new filter on. It's time to put in the oil. My car takes 4.5 liters. I already put half a liter in the filter, so I'm going to put 4 in right now. Once we get the oil added in, we're just going to go back under the car. We're going to look at the drain plug, and we're going to look at the filter. We're just going to make sure that the seals are good and that there's no leaking oil, and it looks good. Alright, let's shut the hood and remove whatever you use to block your tires. Alright, last thing we're going to do is we're going to get our key and put the car in the run position. I'm going to let it sit for a second, get that oil flowing, and start it right up. Looks good. Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching the video. If this video helped you at all, please consider subscribing. I did this video because several people asked me to make a video like this. So if you have any ideas for a video or want to see me do something, make sure you put it down in the comments and I'll get back with you. Other than that, you guys have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video.